In this video, I'm going to be addressing the elephant in the room, rather the expiring tax credits, and not only how to mitigate the fact that they're going away, but how to actually make more money. Welcome to another video on the best solar channel on the planet. And today, obviously, we're not only going to be going over everything going on in the solar industry, but also I do want to address a few major things so that if you're an investor, if you're on the fence, you're looking to invest into solar, we're going to clear a lot of things up about the tax credits going away, all the news and everything else like that. So it's going to be a very important video for you to watch. Now, if you're not an investor and you're just in the solar space and you're looking to kind of ride it out, but you don't want to be hurting, you want to actually make more money as a result, then what you're going to learn in this video is that the expiring tax credits is actually the biggest opportunity you ever have in the solar space. And I'm going to show you two main ways on how to make more money per deal and increase the PPW, or the price per watt, which determines the commission on every single deal every single time. Because it inflates the loan value a lot more than it should be, and it just creates a lot of friction when you're actually trying to present and sell the deal to the homeowner. Why? Because there's so much like unnecessary fat, unnecessary fluff in the equation, and I'm going to show you how to basically get rid of it. Now, essentially, think about if you could get rid of the dealer fees, which if you don't know anything about how solar financing works, dealer fees in a solar loan are essentially origination fees in traditional financing terms. And the way that it works in solar is your dealer fees or origination fees on the loan are in direct proportion with the interest rate that you put the customer on. And it's not like any other traditional financing method to where the actual interest rate the homeowner is getting is entirely predicated upon their actual credit profile and credit score. The only thing that matters is whether the homeowner actually passes credit or they don't pass credit. And then the salesperson can basically do their magic and try to, really figure out the numbers between dealer fees and obviously the interest rate. And it has to look very attractive, of course, to the homeowner so that it could, it could still make sense and it can still be sold. And just think about how much more money you'd be able to make if you didn't have any dealer fees at all. And no, I'm not talking about using some weird financier out there that you can't really, that is very limited and any of that stuff. I'm talking about using the main financiers, which is, the GoodLeaps, the Enfins, the Sunlight, whatever. We're talking about the traditional solar financiers. So we have a strategy to where we actually kill all the dealer fees and we're able to actually decrease the loan value by a lot. A lot of times by up to 50% or even higher. Because if you actually do the math on a loan, and if you don't know how a solar dealer fee is really calculated, I suggest you look it up because it's very, very weird. It's not what it usually says it is, which is, hey, the lowest interest rate that you could put someone on is 3.99% as of right now that I'm recording this video. And the dealer fee associated with the 3.99%, which is the lowest interest rate, is, let's say, 36%. When you actually work out the math, because it has the dealer fees in solar, this is how crazy this industry is and the financing around it. And the dealer fees have their own calculation method, which has nothing to do with the supposed 36% origination fees. It's actually a lot more. If you work out the numbers, if you really do, you would understand that 35 or 36%, which is what the main financiers are actually charging on the lowest interest rate, if you put somebody on the 20-year term, lowest interest rate, which is 3.99%, and the dealer fees on that is crazy. I mean, you're talking about over 50% dealer fees, which is insane. If you were to sell the cash price of the system, and let's say that would have been $40,000, now this would be $80,000, which is absolutely mind-boggling. So imagine if you're able to kill all the dealer fees and not have the homeowner eat all that, which is what is actually happening. How much money they'll be able to save and how much money you could make as a result, and how much money we're making as a result of implementing that strategy. Now, and to remove all that extra fluff and fat of the entire loan amount and get rid of all the dealer fees, just kill them all together, what we do is essentially we price it out to the highest possible interest rate it can go up to so that we pretty much get it as a cash deal. Now, you might be asking yourself, yeah, but that would put the homeowner at a much higher payment. And at that point, it doesn't make sense because it's going to be a lot more than what they're currently paying for electricity. So it kind of rules itself out. Not at all. Because now what we do is we have a third-party providers that we can refinance the loan and literally slash the payment in half in anywhere between 3 to 6 months, which is amazing. So that's the one way that we use to actually kill the dealer fees. That way, we're able to make a lot more money on a deal because our commission is not killed in the dealer fee, because our commission doesn't get swallowed by all the dealer fees and the extra fat in the loan. Now, dealer fees set aside, the next strategy that we like to deploy is something called a tax equity transfer. And this is what we do. This is kind of like our specialty, because essentially what we're able to do is we're able to buy out the tax credit from, or buy out the write anything off, is essentially the ITC or any depreciation or so on and so forth. We're able to get that, pretty much commercialize the deal and pay them 25% of the entire loan value right after install, and the homeowner actually gets a check for it, which means they don't have to wait till the end of the fiscal year or any of that stuff. Which means if you are in solar already, you know this, a lot of the homeowners are not, or people that are interested in solar anyway, they don't really have a lot of taxable income to begin with. A lot of them are retired, they're on Social Security, they're not paying taxes. So I think the whole entire thing of, hey, the tax credit is going away, it's not really doing anything to the homeowner anyway, unless you put him on a PPA or something. But the reality of the situation is that most homeowners don't have anything at all that they owe to the IRS, which means they cannot really get anything back from them. And this is where we kind of like our strategy comes in, because we're able to write them a check for 25% of the loan value, which is a massive cash injection to a lot of these people. And that in and of itself, combined with the killing of the dealer fees and trimming the extra fat of the deal, is what really sells it. And I can tell you for a fact, we're able to sell it for a lot higher PPW than any other job that we have sold in the past. And the best part about this is that it doesn't matter that the tax credit is going away, because that's not going to affect it by any means. We're still going to be able to write that check for 25% even beyond 2025. So I can't wait until that time actually is here, because most solar reps are going to be gone. A lot of solar companies are probably not even going to exist anymore. And there's going to be no competition, or very little. So what I'm trying to portray in this video and really tell you is that doesn't matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter what market conditions you're facing, there's always something, there's always an opportunity when you're faced with so-called adversity. If the entire industry is facing adversity, there's always a massive opportunity that's hidden and you just don't know about it. So that is why I decided to record this video. And if you are in solar, or if you are any of our future investors that you're kind of watching this video and you're just doing your due diligence, well, now you understand why we're not faced even one bit by what is happening this year, now that the one big beautiful bill has already passed at the time of this recording. And of course, there's more nuggets that I could share with you. There's so many ways that we can actually increase our PPW at that point. And tax credit is going away. It really doesn't mean squat at all. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this short video. Now, if you are interested in investing into a done-for-you solution where we build out the entire business for you and we manage it for you, where our investors are historically seeing 50 to 100% cash-on-cash returns every single month, then I want you to hit the link below down in the description and schedule a call with myself and my team. Now, it's very important that this is only for people that have 50,000 or more in liquid funds ready to deploy. We're going to show you a way to where you could start earning right away between 50 to 100% cash-on-cash returns. There's no ramp-up period. There's no slow installs or none of that. Our installs are usually sub 10 days, which means our investors get paid every 2 weeks. So anyways, I want to leave you with this. If you are looking for a way to diversify your portfolio of investments, if you are already doing real estate or anything else out there, I promise you this will blow it out of the water. And I can't wait to show you. So click the link down below and schedule a call. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next one.